Boy, oh boy. Maybe I did this wrong. Hey, this is from Disneyland. You can see I'm in Star Wars land. Just want to do a quick update. Wish that thing would shut up. Starts right as I start rapping. So the Quakes have their roster out, and shocking that Josue De Paula is on it. Not complaining though, but still, I can fix this. Nope, that's wrong. There we go. All right. So De Paula's on the roster, which is crazy. And then they still have Kendall George is back on it. And then we got Zayir Hope. And then another surprise, a couple surprises for me were what's his name? Joy Vetrano, Jake Geloff. Hey everybody, I can't really write back, but hey, good to see y'all. Just having a good time here. My wife is taking a nap, so I'm here, just hanging out. Had a pass to write a ride, so I wrote that. I'm not, it's going to be insane. But yeah, Jesus Galiz is back, and I was a little bummed about that for him. I think he deserved better. Some of the pitching, we got the couple Gonzaleses who I shot during spring training, and then we've got the big news. Edgardo Enriquez is going to be there. So I was surprised about that. I think they should have pushed him up, but their loss, regretfully his loss, is our gain. So go watch Edgardo. He's really good. We saw some of him during spring training. We saw him in that prospect game, punching out guys at 101 miles an hour. So he's recovering from Tommy John. Some of the guys that did make it that are not on the team anymore, Christian Romero, geez Louise, they're on Lorenzo, some other guy, Thompson, was it Jake Thompson or Justin? Yeah, Justin Thompson, the draft pick. Some other guys, Sam, what's his name? It's Italian. There's another pitcher, Chris Campos, not on that roster. So some of them could be held back in Arizona, or some hopefully are promoted. Let's see, who else we had as catcher? So I don't know if you saw it, Jorge Puerta was actually released. Kind of a bummer. Some other guys released. Another guy coming up, he only played a little bit with the Quakes last year, was Gerald Perez. He's a good one. We have Wilman Diaz back. Like I said, Vetrano, Carlito Rojas, a catcher. A lot of pitching arms. I'm going to be looking some of those up. Cameron Decker's coming back. He played a bit last year with them. Juan Alonso is healed and hopefully ready to go. He was really good 2022. Had some injuries in 2023. But kind of a big fan of his. I think there's a lot there. Trying to think of just some other guys, but right now the Dodgers are what I see from them. So different topic. What I'm seeing from them. Yeah, I saw that about Roki, Dan. Dan, are you more shocked than I am that Lance Lynn gave up a home run to the Dodgers? What was wrong with them? That was crazy. But if you look at the Dodgers in general, though, even the games they've lost 2, and then they had to come back yesterday. They don't quit. That's a team that has no quit in it. Every game, they're in it. They're in every game, in it to win it. I love it. So to have a team with that much fight, different guys picking it up. Really, really happy, of course, for Max Muncy. I'm going to go, there's a weird binary out there. And the binary is, if you think Max Muncy is not a very good defensive player, you hate Max Muncy. That's silly, folks. That's absolutely silly. So Max Muncy needs work on his infield work. Max Muncy is also a really nice hitter. I really like him. Um, so, but there's imperfection. That doesn't mean I hate Muncy. I think he's a really good ball player. But that weird binary out there, it's like you can't criticize any parts of their game if it's either all or nothing. That's insane. I think my listeners, my followers are way better than that. One of the cool things that happened today, I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, someone named Sergio, I think it's Quintara, we DM a little bit. He saw me at Disneyland and recognized me. I was hanging, with my wife, and that was cool. It was like, oh wow. That's happened a few times where I've been in public. It's just kind of strange, but it's kind of cool too. So the Dodgers have a lot of fight in them. Let's just be clear about that. Gavin Stone did better than the numbers indicate. And then, we got Paxton tonight. That'll be interesting against the Gigantes or the Gents. They don't deserve the A. So Paxton, big one tonight. Let's see if he can have a good start also and match these other guys. The 4 starters for the Dodgers were fantastic, straight up. And so that might be some of the things that we see this year, is that type of thing. Man, I wish I really had a stand. It would be great. Yep, Sal will be at opening day on the 9th. I plan on being there also. Media day is Wednesday for the Quakes. I will be there for that. I will be trying to interview. I'm going to talk to him. I want to see if I can interview De Paula, Georgia, and Hope at the same time. That's something I'd like to try to do, but we'll see. And then maybe I get a real good interview with Galiz because we want to talk. So I'll be hitting him up. Again, disappointed for him. I think he deserved better. But the Dodgers do that. They hold guys back, and sometimes it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, I'm sure, for those guys. But back to the Dodgers, and these weird binaries. Every player's got issues. Max Muncy's sometimes are glaring. Strikes out a lot. Doesn't field third base very well right now. But boy, when he connects, it's beautiful. So Max Muncy overall for me is a plus. But we're all allowed to criticize guys. We're all allowed to do that and not say that doesn't mean we hate them. And these weird posts, oh look, you haters, and it just grow up. My goodness, get away from this binary. Everyone's trying to be, divide you. The media divides you. They like that. You know why they divide you? Because it helps them. It gets more clicks. So whether it's national media or local media, they're all trying to make little issues, and they want to see stuff like that. So don't fall for that stuff. Just be, just do what you do. Be the fan you want to be. But just when people put that stuff on the internet, they look. It's an IQ test almost, right? So this fan base, this group, my group, the Dodgers 2080 years, you guys are fantastic, and couldn't have a better group of followers, couldn't have a better group of people to chat with. So hopefully this is, hopefully it's coming through so you can hear me. I don't know. I'll listen to it after I'm done, and if it sucks, I will delete it. Let's see. Absolutely, Eric. You do want to. It's always fun. I said it before. I love winning opening day. They won 2 opening days, so that's pretty cool. And just some of the things. So some of the question mark. I know a lot of people were scared after the first Yamamoto start. But hopefully your fears are gone there. Starting pitching does look good. Some of the fears of the bullpen are there, though. Straight up, Alex Vesia. So the Dodgers allegedly are going to be pulling up what's his name? Dinelson Lamet. Okay, which is cool. And then, but now who do they get rid of? So they got to drop somebody. And first of all, it's got to be someone who hasn't performed. And so the two relievers that have struggled are Michael Grove and Alex Vesia. If they go and try to DFA Crismont after that type of game that he had, that's kind of bad. That sends a bad message. I think sending Kyle Hurt down was a bad message. I know they're trying to make sure they got enough arms. I understand that. But it's impacting guys' paychecks. And when they do that, I think it impacts their confidence. And so I know the Dodgers know what they're doing. I get it. But I'm just saying people are different. Some guys it rolls right off of them. Other people struggle with those things. It takes a hit. If they're people pleaser types or something like that, man, it doesn't matter what Friedman says to them. It hurts. It hurts them, and it can impact their confidence. So hopefully Kyle Hurt bounces back quite well. He did not deserve to go down. They're active and inspect conditions out here. Whatever. Star Wars land's crazy. So whoever goes down, it is what it is. But I hope it's on merit and not based on some of the weirdness that they have. Because I look at it this way, I go, Crismont was really good in 21 and into 22, right? Dinelson Lamet was really good. He was really good in 2020 before the Padres just wrecked him. So I'm hoping to maybe there's something there. I'd like to find out though. And I look at Crismont, the way pitching is, if he gets out on the market, someone's going to grab him. And then if Lamet has a good one, he gets released, after that DFA, all the way they do that stuff. Same thing. They'll grab them. The Dodgers need pitching. What do we say on this channel? Pitchers break. You can never have enough pitching. And of course, it's not my money. That time has passed. Those good free agents like Montgomery and Snell are gone. They're going to haunt us this year. No doubt about that. But it's been a good start. 4-2 is a lot better than 3-3, which is looking that way. But those Dodgers don't quit. Max Muncy with the guy. It seems like everything's so quick with him when he makes that contact, and then even that little bat flip. I'm not a huge bat flip guy. I could live without it. But boy, his is tight, man. It's tight and quick. He's ready to rock and roll. He's out there ready to just hit that ball. Trot those bases, and it's good to see real emotion from him. I don't like fake emotion. I don't like that fake stuff. All those pre-planned little like Tatis he does and all that. Those are silly. I guess Hayward's out of the lineup today. I didn't see why. Even with the righty, Chris Taylor is in left field with Teoscar Hernandez. Some of y'all were freaking out about him after going 1 for 8. The man hits. Okay, the man will strike out a lot. It just is what it is. The man is going to strike out 200 times, and he's going to hit 25 to 35 home runs. Okay, that is who he is. Kind of Max Muncy-ish in a way, except he doesn't have near as good of an eye as Max Muncy. I think tonight it's Wynn. I can't remember the guy's first name. Got Paxton. Got a bullpen that's a little bit tired. But it was, Phillips didn't go last night because he pitched the day before, 2 days before. Hey, props Daniel Hudson. Last time he had a save is when he hurt his leg, and that was his last appearance. Yeah, I've been struggled, but it's 6 games in. He had a really good spring, so we'll see what happens with him. I think he's fine. But I don't want him, hopefully he doesn't play himself into a platoon role, that's for sure. The Dodgers, the way they're doing some of that platooning. They are also they're making sure that Kike and Taylor and Rojas are getting a lot of playing time. So if it's a lefty, they're starting. Of course, Kike goes in. It's like he went in for Outman, and then Taylor, with Hernandez over, and then they start alternating like Outman or Lux or Muncy. They're getting days off, and that's good. You saw Kike play third the other day. You saw we've seen, like I said, Teoscar playing right, but we're seeing you got to keep these guys fresh. Those are what I want to see. Now, sometime I do want to see, even now, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman get some rest. Shohei, I don't worry too much about his DH, but he does. Remember, he's rehabbing himself, so that whole pitching thing, he's getting back into that. There's something there. The other big news, Michael, I know is already on this, is Sasaki. There's Bob Nightingale writes cool stuff saying that Sasaki, it's pretty well known he wants to be a Dodger. Dodgers are favored to get him. Yeah. And then Buehler, I guess, I haven't seen any of it because, I've been busy, been on vacation, spending time with my wife. But, like I said, she's asleep right now, so I get to do what I want to do. But yeah, Buehler, I guess, had a good first 2 innings, then kind of pooped out, topped out 95.7, I think it was. So that's good. Yeah, Kershaw was throwing. I heard he was out to 120 feet. So that's really good progress. Maybe it's by the All-Star break. I was thinking August for him, but hashtag not a doctor. Man, this thing makes a lot of noise. I'm going to try to point where's my speaker? Point it that way, away from it. Star Wars land is crazy. I got to go get me that blue milk. That's why I'm over here. And then head back to the hotel pretty soon. Pick up my wife, go get dinner. Giants tonight, I'll try to watch as much as I can. Yeah, I like Kyle Hurt too. I think it sucks he got sent down. I don't think that was right. Injustice will happen with the Dodgers. They are loaded, but they're right now the pitching, and I understand it. Yeah, Luke Skywalker's a Dodger fan, maybe. But I like limiting the starters right now. Start limiting them to 5 innings, 80 pitches, something like that. Honestly, I wasn't a fan of Bobby Miller going 93 pitches. I think that's a mistake. But if they're going to, hopefully if you blend in some off days, that's good. But I don't want to see these guys wearing out. With Emmett Sheehan going on the 60-day, that hurt. And not Kyle Hurt. So Kyle Hurt, maybe he needs to go stretch out. Maybe, maybe that's what's going on. If you guys have heard that, maybe they're going to stretch out Kyle Hurt to make him, because they might need him to be a starter with Emmett Sheehan going down. Because we know pitchers break. We know you can never have enough pitching. And so maybe you got to get those guys going. I still haven't heard anything about River Ryan. We know Nick Frasso's out for the year. Michael Grove seems to be a reliever now. I really want him to do well. Such a good dude. There's a lot there. I just don't know what's going on. Why he just seems hittable right now. So hopefully he can fix all that stuff. We want all our former guys to succeed. And there we go. Trying to keep the camera, because the camera is right over here. But I keep looking at the middle. When I go to the middle, I go like this. So I got to edge it over a little bit. This place is crazy. It's so crazy. But hey, so we got, bold prediction. Gavin Lux hits a home run before Shohei Ohtani. Oh, and it's going to happen tonight. Maybe they both hit when it just Gavin goes first. Yeah, I'm just going to get that blue milk. That's all I feel like right now. I got a big dinner coming up. We're going to that Naples Italian thing on downtown Disney. You'll see, never been there. The pictures look good. We went to some place last night in that new Pixar hotel. It's some Maple Grove, Maple something. Oh my, the fried chicken and donuts. Holy smokes, the donuts were out of control good. They were so thick. It was like, I was afraid they're gonna be some type of generic donut. No. They were definitely handcrafted. They were a high quality donut. Speaking of high quality, I watched Waterboy last night when my wife was falling asleep. So a little high quality H2O is always good for someone. So yeah, if anyone has heard anything about the next Dodger move, please put it down. All the alcohol's in California. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol, man. Sugar's my sin. That's my big problem. But yeah, watching the transactions. I'm gonna, again, media day on Wednesday. There will be a lot of interviews. Hopefully, that's my goal. Well, two goals. My biggest goal, of course, is just to meet these guys. Meet them, start building that relationship. But I want to get those interviews now. Some of these guys are going to be promoted so fast. De Paula is going to spend about a month there. The one guy we didn't see, or a couple guys that I was disappointed we didn't see. Samuel Munoz, of course, and then Yoendry Vargas, both not there. The Alexander Albertos isn't there. Marichendrick Martinez, Brian Gonzalez. So a lot of guys not there. Oh, they're really going to throw Snell that quick. That's interesting because, bringing guys in that really didn't have a full spring training. Well, the Dodgers do have Teoscar. We know that Teoscar's, can hit lefties. Kike can hit lefties. So, and Taylor's had some decent at bats. Sometimes he'll fall into the strikeout every at bat, but that a lot of strikeout on this team. It is frustrating to see, but I think hopefully they get to Snell. Hopefully they make hopefully first of all he's not quite ready. It's funny him complaining about money. He's complaining about how he didn't get a long-term contract. He did get a long-term contract. It was from the Yankees. It was 5 years, $150 million for a guy who walks 5 guys per 9 innings. Now, I know Blake Snell's got really good stuff, but bro, sign the contract, man. You guys overplayed your hands. You let Boris do his thing, and you guys didn't. At the end of the day, you guys got to own it. So Blake Snell, you screwed up. Montgomery, you screwed up. Chapman, you screwed up. Bellinger, you screwed up. You all screwed up. You guys got to own it. You guys got to push back. If you want to go somewhere and you get money that you go, wow, that's generational money, and I'm not getting any other offers, then take it. Because you aren't Bryce Harper. You aren't Manny Machado. When those guys are free agents, they could wait because those guys are truly elite players. Those other 4 guys are super flawed. I like all of them in so some ways, but Chapman is going to end up hitting 240 for the year. He may have a good start so far, but he's going to hit 240. Okay. Blake Snell will throw about 150 to 160 innings. He'll have an ERA of around 3-ish. And Montgomery's going to probably throw a little bit more innings than that. Maybe. But, that late start ain't going to help. And then Bellinger, who knows? Hit 270 maybe? He's not going to hit 300 again, I don't think, this year. But those guys are terribly flawed, and they all blew it. Own it, guys. You guys are grown men. Act like men. Scott Boras is not your boss. He's your agent. He works for you. So, on that note, I really appreciate everyone. I know this is probably the crappiest video I've made in a while, but maybe at least it's in sync, which I got to fix that problem. Appreciate everyone. Might try to go live tomorrow night. We'll see. Well, it's my anniversary tomorrow, so. But fortunately for me, my got to work the next. My wife's got to work the next day. I'm going to Rancho for a bit, then I'll go to work. She goes to bed early, so maybe I'll do a live tomorrow because we'll have all the rosters out for all the minor league teams by that day. We already have OKC starting, but those other rosters will be out. We're waiting for Great Lakes and we're waiting for Tulsa. Maybe they're already out there. I haven't seen it. Except I've been, on vacation. Haven't been checking my phone. I don't check it every 30 seconds. I check it every minute. You know what I mean? Feels like I'm still in the off season looking for the next trade for the Dodgers, the next free agent signing, which was insane. So, all right, everyone. Thanks, everyone. This is Tim Rogers. It does rhyme with Dodgers. I'm at Disneyland, specifically Star Wars Land, or whatever you want to call it. I call it Star Wars Land, just like it's still Baby Yoda or Yodito if you're nasty. So that's about it, folks. And try to have a good time the rest of the night, and then go Dodgers, right? We see them win. So as always, thank you very much. God bless, and go